Alright guys, International Week's over, Togger is here, it's time to check out the fixtures. Right, so fixtures are Colo FC versus Stratton Stranglers, Bukati Jackies versus Peaky and De Bruyne, Headfunderland FC versus Chudley Cannons FC, and STP United versus Villains FC, and Sandy Manny Happy Days versus New Team United. So I've done no prep for this whatsoever, been a really busy week, so I'm just going to fly through the team. So Colo FC, we've got Shane Duffy, I've got O'Connell in from Sheffield United, they're at home against Southampton. Fabian Schär, bit of a risk playing against Liverpool, but Schär should chip in with his tackles, interceptions, clearances, possibly even a few key passes, possibly assist, even better a goal. Ryan Fraser, Philip Anderson, Andros Townsend. Andros Townsend hasn't started yet, he's been underperforming. I think he was left out last week, but or the week before the international break, but if he comes in, he must start scoring points. I've got Harry Wilson in there. had to put Harry Wilson in there. I'm loath to put 3 Bournemouth players in, but they're at home, they're against Everton. They could turn anyone over at home, so fingers crossed on that one. I've kept Joe Linton in for Liverpool. I've got no other choice really, and Raheem Sterling. And then I've got Gunn in. I don't even know who Gunn plays for, but he plays for Southampton. Bench, Davies, Doherty, Emerson, Trossard and Hudson and Doy, most of them are injured. Scranton Stranglers, now Aspilicueta, Yerry Mina, Luke Shaw, Kyle Walker-Peters, Dele Alli, Lamela, Lanzini, great player, Bernardo Silva, great player, Aubameyang, great player. So them 3 players there, Lanzini, Silva and Aubameyang, are winners. They could win this tie for Stratton Stranglers, but I think across the board, I think I've got a better squad. Therefore, I think I'm going to win this game. I think I'm going to win it. I think the points range we're going to have is probably between, I'm going to say 90 and 110 points. I think we're both going to score in that range, but I think I will just nip it by, I don't know, 5-10 points, something like that. Okay, so that's Colo FC to win. Right, it's getting a bit dark and I know I've got my sunglasses on, but that's just the deal. So, tie 2. Let's have a little Scoobies. Right, Bukati Jackies versus Peaky and De Bruyne. Let's have a look at the squads. So let's start with Peaky and De Bruyne. Socrates, Vestergaard, Wan-Bissaka. So defence-wise, Socrates are at Watford. Watford have been shit this season, but they're under new manager, so that's a bit of an unknown. Vestergaard done really well last game, scored a goal, and they're playing away to Sheffield United. I think Sheffield United will score in this one, so I don't think you get a clean sheet, but Vestergaard is very good in the end, wins a lot of headers. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, there is talk of him potentially being injured. He's got Ross Barkley, Will Hughes, Mark Noble, João Moutinho, Ashley Barnes, Lacazette, who's injured. I don't know if you know that, but he is injured. He's out for a good 4 or 5 weeks. And Son with Edison in goal. So flops, you've got a mint team, mate. It's really strong. I'd be quite happy with that. Right. In contrast, let's have a little look at Kyle's team. Joe Gomez, shot in the dark. Otamendi. Otamendi may well play because Man City are in a bit of a defensive crisis, and Tarkowski is definitely going to play. Alex Iwobi, he done well last time out for Everton, but I'm not sure how good he's going to be. Lucas Moura, he's in and out. Diego Jota started shit this season, but is normally a very good player. Mesut Ozil, why the fuck is he still there? Josh King, Marcus Rashford and Mohamed Salah. So forward wise he's not too bad, although Josh King, out of the 3 that normally play up top for Bournemouth, although he does take penalties, so I guess you've got to have him in, mate. Bench wise, Kolasinac, Schlupp, Almiron, Foden and Perez for Kyle. And on the bench for Peaky and De Bruyne, Marcus Alonso. Marcus Alonso is a good bet to play tomorrow, mate. Go stick him in. Goodmanson, Gundogan. I think Gundogan's fit for tomorrow. There was reports of him being ill during the week, but I think he's come back. He's trained well today. You've got Richarlison and Delafeu in there, so This tie has got Piqué and De Bruyne written all over it. There's no way that Kyle's going to win this game, not a chance. It doesn't matter how many books he reads. So I reckon Piqué and De Bruyne is going to win by 40 points with a score of 100 plus. Kyle to get 60 to 70 maybe. Okay, so that's Piqué and De Bruyne to win. It's just a little bit darker. Right, third tie of the round. Hedfunderland FC versus Chully Cannons. Hedfunderland FC's got certainly quite a good forward line, decent midfield, very good in fact. So let's start with his defence. Bentley, Ender Stevens. Ender Stevens is one of my draft picks, but anyway, we'll come back to that. But Ender Stevens, Kyle Walker. We've got Cantwell, Milivojevic, Mount, David Silva in midfield, and then up front we've got Tammy Abraham, Sergio Aguero and Harry Kane. You could not want for a better three really. Harry Kane hasn't started well, but he notoriously doesn't start very well in August. Come September, I think it's just one of these strikers. It takes a few games to get into it. Once he's into it, he'll start banging them in. And he's got Lloris in goal. Chudley Cannons, another strong side. Tyrone Mings, Andy Robertson, Danny Rose. Decent full-backs. Robertson and Rose certainly bomb forward, although Rose hasn't been great this season, certainly hasn't created any assists or anything like that. In midfield he's got James Maddison, Oliver Norwood, Paul Pogba, Pulisic, Tielemans. I mean, apart from Norwood, all quality midfielders. And then up front, Bobby Firmino, Sebastian Haller, who's been a fantastic signing by the way, and Jordan Pickford in goal. As I said, I haven't got any stats for you. Looking at the benches, we've got Stones, Arnholt, Van Arnholt, Zinchenko, Origi and Allison for Hedfunderland, and for Huller's side we've got Chilwell, Tierney, Gross, Wesley and Sarr. The only thing I would say there, if Chilwell's going to play, I'd put Chilwell in before Tyrone Mings. He's obviously a full-back, so he's going to get forward, he's going to get crosses in, stuff like that. Fuck me, how dark is it? Hello, can you see me? It's a real tricky one, this. It could be, it's not a draw, but again, it's very close. I'm going to say both teams to score around about 120 points each. It's touch and cloth, who wins, but I'm going to go with Chudley Cannons. Alright guys, I've had to put my shades up because I couldn't see a fucking thing. Anyway, so get some light from my phone here. Next tie, STP versus the Villains FC. STP, Digne, Gilbert, who the fuck's Gilbert? Harry Maguire, Phil Bill, Christian Eriksen, Grealish, James, Dan James that is, Mane, Dwight McNeil, Yarmolenko, and Nick Pope. STP's done really well. I think he's the highest scoring player in the league. I can't understand how, like, because none of these players sort of stand out to us, but he's obviously done really well. He's got Mendy on the bench waiting to come back. He was going to be back fairly soon as well. Harvey Barnes, Buendia, Ryan Sessegnon and Gabriel Jesus on his bench. Moving on over to the other side, to their Peaky Blinder, Dan. Terence Trent D'Arby, Coleman, Loughton, Matip. So he's gone with 4 in defence this time. He went with 5 last time, but he's gone for 4. In midfield he's got Guendouzi, Mahrez, McGinn and Fabinho. 2 defensive midfielders. When you're going to learn. Then we've got Jimenez, Oliver McBurney. Oliver McBurney is a good shout. He just needs to get games. Once he gets games, I think he'll do really well. And then he's got Tom Heaton in goal. So looking at this and looking at previous stats, I've got to say that STP on paper is going to win this. He's the highest scoring Toggerer so far. Dan has been he's done alright, but he just needs to make a few changes to his team. Get rid of Fabinho, get rid of Guendouzi, although he did get an assist last game week, so, but definitely I'm going to say STP for the win. Tie 5. So let's have a look. Tie 5. We have Sunny Money Happy Days, that's Duracell. The Butcher versus New Team United versus Rag. Let's not go there. So, Sunny Money Happy Days. Ricardo Pereira, Johnny Evans, Michael Keane in defence versus Masuaku, Eric Peters, Son Hew and Virgil van Dijk. So we've got 4 at the back versus 3 at the back, 4 at the back for Phil Rag. Let's move on, see what the midfield's like. Sunny Money Happy Days, we've got Ruben Neves, Kevin De Bruyne, Gylfi Sigurdsson, James Ward-Prowse, and interesting. In Rag's team, we've got Ceballos, Rodrigo, Wilfred Ndidi. Ndidi's had a really good season. He's averaging like 14 points or something like that from memory. He normally plays as a sort of holding midfielder. He didn't really do that well, but under Brendan Rodgers, he seems to be, I don't know what it is. I haven't looked at his stats. I'm guessing it's, I don't know, key passes, interceptions, something like that. And forward-wise, Sunny Money Happy Days gone for Danny Ings, Moise Keane, and Jamie Vardy. Up front for New Team United, we've got Pepe and Pukki and AU. In the respective goalkeepers, De Gea for Duracell and Leno for New Team United. Bench-wise, yeah, so Rag picked up Milner from waivers and then tried to farm him out to everyone. So and then he's got Lucas Torreira, who's injured, and Ruben Loftus-Cheek, who's injured, Christian Atsu and Willy Bolly. We've got James, Brooks, Redmond, Villian and Marshall for Sunny Money Happy Days. Sunny Money Happy Days has actually got quite a few players playing away. But then again, so have New Team United, so again this could be a close one. Who's playing at home? Ceballos, Pukki, but he's against Man City. Pepe might do well. Moise Keane, I can't see him doing well against one. Right, okay, controversial. I'm gonna go for a Phil Rag win. So that is the preview. I'm sorry boys, it wasn't as filled with statistics as it normally is, but I've just had a really busy week. But good luck for tomorrow boys. Cheers.